Cassie, and welcome to Naughty or Nice with Miss Cassie. It is just so many things are happening this year. I cannot believe that we are halfway through February already.
Oh man, I know. I can't. It's like gone before you know it.
God, this has gone so quick. But yet we are finally kicking off the first Anarchy event of 2015.
I know everybody's been asking about it. I'm very excited to bring it back. So
it's about time.
So you, those viewers who don't know, this is Mistress Tetra.
Hello.
And her submissive kitten.
Hi guys.
Are you going by kitten, kitten tits,
kittens, kitten tits? Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I always see different names on Facebook. I'm never quite sure what everybody's doing these days. And this is the power behind the Anarchy and Club Temp events. And if you haven't been, they are some of the hottest, funnest, craziest parties down at Sanctuary you can go to in the kink realm.
That is true. We do have a party this Saturday coming up. It's called Tarantino Taboo. We will be taking film work that Quentin Tarantino has done and taking sexy scenes that you've always wanted to see played out in maybe a more erotic light, and we're going to put our own kinky twist on it. So I have all kinds of wonderful performers, as well as Cassie, who is going to be doing a Kill Bill scene. We're very excited about. But yeah, if you haven't been, definitely check it out. We do a party the third week of every month.
Awesome. And this is Anarchy, so this is the special no holds bar one.
Correct. Anarchy, we have some rules, but it's basically play safe, sane, and consensual. Penetration is allowed, as well as other fun things that aren't normally allowed at our play parties. We will be doing piercings at this party. We're going to have rope bondage done. We're going to have an interrogation scene with bloodletting. So we have lots of different stuff.
They do need a Sanctuary membership to attend this particular event.
Correct. If you do not have a membership, you can always go to either clubtemptlax.com and you can check out our event and get your membership as well as your ticket. Or you can go to Sanctuary's website and get your membership on there. You can always walk right into Sanctuary during our business hours, and you can sign up for free.
Nice.
So any of those options, go ahead and get it before Friday, because after Saturday, we aren't allowed to pass them out. Once it's the day of event, we don't give out memberships.
Yes, that's definitely. Make sure you do that 24 hours in advance, because there isn't always somebody there to vouch for you, trust me.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I've had a few people go, oh, Miss Cassie, you know me, I've been to class.
I know. I always feel bad when people have either written me and then I can't let them in because it's out of my hands completely. So please get your membership.
Yeah, just get it so you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. And it's not that big of a deal, you know. And I understand there's the free one, and then there's the special one that gets you all the goodies and everything.
Right.
But the free one will get you into Anarchy, so no excuses.
And the other one, it's only $10, so there's no excuse at all.
That's nothing. That's a drop in the. When you consider you're going to spend $10, $15, $20 to get into the event.
And once you have membership, the price drops.
Dramatically.
Exactly. If you wait until the night of, the price is a little bit more, so always hit our pre-sales.
And there's a lot of people that, you know, I know that you go to Sanctuary regularly, and you would really benefit from the Premier membership package.
Exactly. And sometimes I arrange special stuff, seating on stage, so you're up close and personal, different things like that to keep our VIP members very happy.
Absolutely. We value our VIP members, but our regular members, and of course we love anybody that comes down to Sanctuary.
Of course.
It's always a good time.
So do you have anything special planned for your scene that night?
Well, my favorite pain puppy is willing to bottom for me. Wonderful. So basically, you know, the sky's the limit.
Wonderful.
Like, what do I want to do? I'm still trying to procure a samurai sword. But, you know, I can always come up with something else.
Say, we have a couple samurai swords if you need one.
I do.
I'll bring a couple in and leave them in the dungeon for you.
I would appreciate that, because he is anxious to rehearse the scene.
Wonderful. I got to see Asa. Yeah. She is doing a performance from Dusk Till Dawn, and I'm pretty sure everybody is well aware of the scene with Salma Hayek, where she does the dancing, the burlesque with the snake wrapped around her.
Nice.
Asa will be doing just that with a live snake that weighs 40 pounds draped across her body. And afterwards, she'll be getting play piercings stuck in her with the feathers. So she'll have the feather headdress as well as in her back. So she will have the entire part played out. We're very excited. A lot of people have gotten very into Anarchy since it hasn't been around the last 2 months.
Oh, and that should be a beautiful scene. I don't know if any of you know who Asa Darling is, but she is gorgeous.
Yes, very tall,
Statuesque.
petite, very voluptuous breasts.
Very
Yeah.
curvy,
Yes.
tall.
Oh, I couldn't think of a better person to do that scene.
All of our favorites switch.
And she's a great dancer, so it's just
Yeah.
perfect. We saw the video of her practicing.
Yeah, on our way to the show,
here.
actually.
Very good. Yeah, this is going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
And for all of those who are into piercings, I do have Todd, who is my tattoo artist and professional piercer. He will be doing a scene on stage. I do believe we have 13 people as of right now getting pierced that night.
Wow.
We'll be doing mostly
So he's doing piercings.
He will be doing them on the stage, yes.
Oh, because when I had him on my show, he was doing tattoos, but he had an actual piercer in the shop. So I didn't realize that he himself did piercings.
He does. He actually, I know he's trying to open his own shop, and he wants to do basically a ton of piercings and get them all done. So he has pictures of his work, and he can say, I did this.
So is he
this
only
was done
doing
by
play
me.
piercings on Saturday or real piercings?
We are doing all permanent piercings.
Because I have always wanted my belly button done.
I can arrange that for you.
You could?
Would you like your belly button
I
pierced
would
that night?
love that done.
I will
have
put
been
you on our
waiting. I
list.
can't tell you how long.
Yeah, Todd said as long as everyone is okay with a picture being taken afterwards to use for his book.
And do I need to bring my own jewelry?
Nope. Todd is covering everyone's jewelry as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I will put you on our lineup for that as well.
I would love that.
We'll also be doing piercings literally from the entire face, wrist piercings, possibly a sternum piercing.
Or dermal. Dermal implant?
Not even a dermal, actually piercing.
Beautiful. So it's permanent?
Curved, yeah, it's a curved piece of jewelry. He's making sure he has the right jewelry still, but we had a lady volunteer for that.
On the sternum, it's such a thin area.
Yeah, you gotta get a very particular barbell to make sure it heals correctly.
Does it need to be a certain body type too? I mean, like, you know, you look at somebody like me, I'm bony.
I think it's one of those things, like, it just depends on the person whether it's going to heal correctly or not.
Yeah,
because I've seen some women that they're very fleshy here, so I could see it being very successful.
The lady that's getting it done, she's very cute. She's a Zombolina on FetLife, if you're out there watching.
I love the name!
She's cute. She's into body modification. She has a split tongue.
Nice.
She's got a nice chest piece. She actually has had her sternum done before, so she's well aware of what she's in for.
Excellent.
And I believe she took it out for work before, so that should be a problem. But
nice.
yeah, we're piercing lots of fun parts. We're also going to be piercing genitals that night.
Yeah.
So far, we have 3 lovely ladies that have stepped up to the plate.
Beautiful.
2 of them you know yourself.
Oh.
We will be having Mistress Cara. She will be getting something done, as well as Ms. Lovely.
Really?
Lovely is going to be getting her hood done.
Nice.
So, if you've ever wanted to watch some piercings get done live and in person, it will be happening Saturday night at Sanctuary. Come in and join. We're still looking for a couple piercings, so if anyone is interested, we're looking for dimples. We are looking for septum, and actually that may be it.
That might be
Everything else has been filled.
All the slots are getting filled.
That's a trip. What, Mel, you want to volunteer to get your septum done?
Do not look at me. You guys are not in the room? No, I'm going to stay home and knit.
Okay. Anybody in the chat room?
Yeah, who's out there today?
Yeah, we do have people in the chat room, and I'd like to thank them all for being so patient with us while we had to reload a new player. You know who's in the chat room? I'll tell you that the last one. I'll tell you at the last person. Little T is in the chat room. Welcome, Little T.
Hello, Little T.
Hello, T.
Haven Star is in the chat room.
Hi, Haven.
None of your cats is in the chat room. None of your cats. None of your cats.
Hi, Dimitri.
And are you ready?
We're ready.
Art Miller is in the chat room.
Miller.
Who's that?
Art Miller.
Hi,
Oh my
Art
God,
Miller.
Art Miller's in the
Hello.
chat room.
Hi.
Hi, Art.
All of you guys have to say Art Miller,
Art
sexy.
Art a
Is
lot.
Art Miller naughty or nice?
Yes. He's naughty.
Oh.
Naughty Art Miller.
Naughty in a good way, I can tell.
Yes, yes. Mm.
We think he's a reincarnation of Arthur Miller.
God.
Cute. Anybody else in the chat room now?
I would know there's people that are watching the show. Please come into the chat room. If you are watching the show, do not be an outside observer. Come in, join the fun, join the chat, ask the questions. Any questions you can ask, you can even ask them, never mind. Ask them questions.
Yes. And if there's anybody in the chat room that is going to be attending Anarchy this Saturday night and wants to get pierced, speak up and you'll be the first one on the list of what we need to fill.
Exactly, and even if it's something we didn't mention, I mean, we're still taking other body parts. We're looking for stuff a little bit more edgy and extreme. I mean, we have most of the face piercings, but like Caddy, everybody knows Caddy Compton out there. She's going to be getting her wrists pierced for us. We're going to put a little barbell through her wrist.
Wow.
So, like, anything interesting and creative, anti-brow, a little barbell right through here. That's one of them we don't have filled yet either. So, I mean, we're not doing dermals. I know a lot of people want dermals done, but we're willing to put little barbells, you know, through the chest or any area that people are interested.
I did always want to get this one fixed, though. You see the tattoo there?
Yeah.
It was originally pierced.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
back of it's still kind of pierced. What I want to do is get a barb put through there and have a ruby put it through the flower.
That would be
I like
really
that.
pretty. I like
But
that
I think
idea.
that might be a little bit more involved than you're able to do on stage. It's gonna really take somebody that really knows what they're doing. I have talked to some amazing piercers that said it can be done, but I need to have somebody who's super experienced because
Right.
The very
The-
particular
the-
type of jewelry.
and the jewelry and the fact that the piercing is not quite closed and back, and it'll be fun to renegotiate.
That's going to be a fun one.
Well,
Well, Todd is actually, we're in the process of working on him becoming a vendor for Anarchy. So we may possibly have a tattoo artist / piercer as a vendor at Anarchy, and we'll do 12 to 15 slots of time where he's going to bang out little tiny tattoos or quick little piercings for future events. So marching on, that's what you guys have to look forward to. We're always looking to do something new, fun, and innovative at Anarchy. So
absolutely. Like I said, it is hands down the best party at Sanctuary. It's
Thank
my
you.
favorite one. I always have such a blast.
I do too, and I'm really glad that everyone enjoys it so much. It makes it worthwhile doing, definitely.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the one party I hear people talk about all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
and talk about wanting to attend. And,
I think the fact that we are allowed to do a little bit more, you can make your kink a little bit more intimate. It helps the performers develop their shows. I think there's a lot that brings everything to life on stage at Anarchy. So I'm glad I'm able to let people live out their fantasies and dreams. And if you have them, send them to me so I can make them happen.
yes,
Make dreams come
absolutely.
true.
Absolutely. Have you got all your themes picked for the year yet?
I do.
You
I
do.
I will go ahead and I will announce here on TSR Network for the first time. Our March show is going to be the 20th. It'll be a Friday. It's actually Little Bit's birthday that day.
Oh my.
We will be doing Chain of Thrones. And it'll be a twist of Game of Thrones.
Oh nice.
So all of you Game of Thrones enthusiasts out there, get your outfits ready. We do have some spectacular shows planned.
We do.
So there'll be like chainmail and spears
Yeah.
and dragons.
Sexy gladiators and dragons.
I do have a dragon girl already.
Nice.
So I'm looking for a couple other dragon ladies if anyone's interested out there. I will be doing chariot racing.
Oh.
I had a slave come in recently to the dungeon, and he brought a little cart, which I rode on top of, and we attached to his testicles. So when he ran, he pulled me, and I whipped his back the entire time
Nice.
throughout the dungeon. It was a lot of fun. He was such a good sport. He let everyone in the dungeon ride him that wanted to ride.
Excellent.
And he had so much fun doing it that he decided he would let me keep the cart, and he's also purchasing another one so we can do dual chariot
So he
racing.
has very strong testicles.
Yes, and he was a very old gentleman. I was very impressed. I didn't think we were going to be able to make his dream happen, but yeah,
Oh wow. Of course, they usually do have pretty stretchy balls.
he did.
Yeah.
He did. I was very proud of him. So that was something I enjoyed quite a bit. Had no idea it would be so much fun, but
Nice.
that's something to look forward to. We'll be doing your very own chariot rides March 20th.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Yes, I do love to attach things to men's balls.
Yeah, especially when you can get a little ride and you're whipping him on the way.
Yes.
He took very well to the pain. So I guess we just need another slave to ride
Race?
alongside him, yes.
Well, absolutely. I'm always amazed when there's a certain amount of men that have figured out just how durable their testicles are.
Good
Yeah.
for them.
You know, and what really can be done with them. Most of them, you know, they all think back to grade school and the girl that kicked them in the nuts. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, there is, you can do a lot more than your balls than kick them.
Oh, they're so flexible.
They can do amazing things. I mean, I've done things where I've done, you know, CBT and just done the twisting and stuff. And, you know, at first they're like, and they go, oh,
Hang on a second.
wait a minute. This is actually kind of really nice. It's not what I would call joy, but
Different.
yes.
One of my favorite things you and I ever did to balls was at the submit party when you hoisted them up over the trampoline bench and made a little lever so you could tug on them.
Yes.
And we had all of the submissive girls coming
I was
around
there.
tugging on the balls, and the gentleman, I don't remember his
Oh
name,
my goodness.
but he just
Oh.
loved it. And Cupcake was giggling so cute. She was the best one.
It was awesome.
Oh my God, yes, I do remember that because it was on that long bench in zoos.
We
Yeah.
sold the tie, the drunken elephant.
Yes,
Oh,
the drunken
that's
elephant.
right, that was
With the big floppy
hilarious.
ears in the trunk.
We did, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I rigged it at the top so that oh.
I've tried to recreate it, but I've never got it quite as good as you.
Yes,
That was
I
a good
forgot
time.
about
Definitely try it out in
That was
session.
awesome.
Yes, the elephant tie. Yes, I just have to remember that. Oh my goodness. Any more questions in the chat room now?
Yeah, we have a couple questions, but we have an announcement also. Haven Star, who is watching the show, said, "Hi, Rev Mel. Hi, everyone. She goes, I'm tuning in while playing poker with the girls. So there are technically 6 of us tuning in at my place. So I've asked her to please, if she can, give us the first names of each of them so we can put a shout out to them.
Absolutely.
They're talking about the Game of Thrones. They love it. They love the idea. And Little T wants to know all about the paddles that are on the table.
Paddles.
And we have quite a few people that are watching the show, but
Very, very good.
come on in.
This is actually made by Almond, or Professor Spank, as you guys may know him on FetLife. He gave this to me for my birthday, I believe it was, this year. It's a nice, thick wooden paddle that he painted himself and then put a glaze on it. And the anarchy symbol on it is actually raised just a little bit. So when you give someone a nice swat, it does leave an imprint that you can actually see defined on their ass or wherever else you use.
He usually reinforces his paddles too. I don't know if he did it on this one. But
I know he
I'm
did. He
gonna-
actually
yeah.
put 2 little nice rods right
I
in
thought
here.
so.
Nice and crack proof.
He was describing the design to me since I'd be the one to
The one getting it. This one right here was made by Sir Charles and Naughty Boom Boom, some of our favorite performers at Anarchy. They made this for my birthday in August, just recently. Made it themselves, which I appreciated. I think they hand designed the logo and put it on there. This one's thin, but it's nice and smacky. It's got a good crack on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's nice and wide, too, for those big asses.
Exactly. We always have these paddles at Anarchy, too. So, I mean, if you ever want to try one out, just come on by and let one of us know.
Hey, Mel, is there another question?
Yes, Haven has all the names.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
There is Hannah Hellstorms, Lexi Hart, Michelle Starr, Melissa Marie, and Susie Rocket, and they're all enjoying the show.
Sound
Thank
like
you.
members of Steel Panther.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome.
I think it's awesome. They should do this more often. They should be like a girls' night out and put us on big screen.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you guys playing sexy strip poker?
Yeah, is
Yeah.
it kinky poker at least?
We will
And if
soon.
so, we want pictures.
Yes. Yes, what do you have to ante up?
That would be a fun show. Just have like a sexy, kinky strip poker on your show one night.
We could. And it'd be
Fun.
interesting to see what people come up to cover their naughty bits since we can't show them on our show anymore. But
Anymore.
Just have to pre-pasty it.
yes. Yes.
We can get creative, I'm sure.
Oh, I've always wanted to paint people with those latex paints.
Oh,
Awesome,
yeah.
me too.
I used
Paint
to
someone and be painted in. Both.
They are playing strip poker.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, they are.
Oh,
So-
we love it.
So if they're playing strip poker, if they could just take a photograph and Twitter that out that they're watching TSR Network, Naughty and Nice with Miss Cassie, please tweet that out on your Twitter and your Facebook. We would appreciate that. And they said none of your cats said the paddle is beautiful. And they want to know if we're going to see it being used tonight.
Paddle
said
being
that?
used?
Woo!
I don't know. Maybe.
Why did everyone
Which
look at me?
paddle would you like to see used? The one by Professor Spank? Or the one by Sir Charles and Naughty Boom Boom?
They're gonna say both.
You let us know, and by the end of the show, we'll give Kitten a little swat.
Yes. There you
Just a little
go.
one.
Now we've got
Take a
two
vote.
things for y'all to vote on. We need you to vote on which paddle to spank little Miss Submissive Kitten with, and whether or not these lovely ladies are naughty or nice. And has Miss Kitten been naughty enough to receive a really good spanking?
No.
Yeah. Is she really that good, or has she been a little bit naughty?
She is very good. She's been very good. Especially this last week. She took me out, got me a tattoo for Valentine's Day
Aw.
or Friday the 13th, whichever you want to call it. But
Would you like to show our audience your new ink?
I don't know if you can see it very well, but
Yeah,
I got a
you'll have to
cute
bring it a
little
closer to the
hatchet.
camera.
let's see how close I can get it.
I believe I have a
Perfect.
purse that looks just like that.
I do have a purse
Lean in
that
a
looks
little
just like
closer.
just
I'm
right-
just kidding.
We like
Give
it.
everyone a show. So we're voting for this paddle.
Oh,
Is there a reason why we're voting for that
It's
paddle?
a nicer one.
is it now?
It's nicer in what way?
It's just lighter.
It's lighter.
You-
So it doesn't hit you with much oomph, or it
That one's
catches
a-
more air so it doesn't go as hard, or
I think it's just because it's a thinner wood.
thinner?
That's my best guess.
Yeah.
This definitely has a little ampage to it. It's got the weight on it.
Well, yeah, and this was made for spanking, and this was made for smash ball,
Yeah.
which means it probably has a bit of
Convenient.
spring in it for the ball, I would guess.
Perfect for your ass.
You know, just like in racquetball, you know, you actually have a stringed racket, I would imagine, in smash ball or squash. When you use one of these paddles, just like a ping pong paddle, they have like a insert in the middle of the wood that gives it a little bit more bounce.
Yeah, it's definitely like a softer, spongier wood.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's meant for hitting balls.
Hey.
Yeah.
No
like
pun
it. It's
intended.
meant for hitting
It's meant for
balls.
hitting
I do
balls.
believe everybody got spanked with that at my birthday. That was the one
Nice.
everyone took for me.
Hey, is there any more questions, or we have some answers on some of these paddles and naughty nice questions?
Sir Charles.
Sir Charles.
Hello, Charles.
Yeah, and they said really nice lean in. They like that. And none of your cats want both of the paddles. And we just had Heather.
Coming home for you guys.
We just had Heather come into the chat room. There's quite a few people that are watching. If you're not in the chat room, please come into the chat room and please tweet about us.
All right. So, what else you got coming up?
I was gonna say the Tarantino party has kept me pretty busy recently. I was gonna say, I mean, after that, it's Game of Thrones. I'm looking to do more parties and definitely perform at other places. Kind of took a break there during the holidays, but I mean, ready to get back out there. I am interested in starting a new event at Sanctuary, but until I talk to Cyan about it, I don't want to leak too much. But I am looking to doing kinky with music in the near future. So
Interesting.
we'll see if I can get some dates to throw some new stuff, but I definitely miss working with music, and I would like to bring that into the scene a little bit. So we'll see what I can get going, you know, for all my people who are into.
Yeah, I noticed that you don't hear people talking as much about scene music like they once did. I remember back in 2008, 2009, there was a lot of discussions going on about what kind of music people chose to sing to and how it affected the quality of their scene and the emotional outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know when I do parties, I spend hours comprising every song that we're going to have played, especially when it's scenes, especially if someone doesn't choose their own music.
Mhm.
Because when you perform for Anarchy, I will let you pick your own music if you want. Otherwise, I take care of it. For this party in particular coming up, the Tarantino one, I took care of everything. So every performance is only scenes from the movies. So that's going to put a nice, interesting twist in, and I hope it gives it
Yeah, I
a
know.
homey
I
feel.
always appreciate your music choices because I used to just sweat
Mhm.
over picking musics for my scenes, and
Yeah.
I used to tightly choreograph them and everything,
Yeah.
and
If you miss one thing, then you're off.
you
Yeah.
know, I've become a bit more relaxed in that aspect, you know, but it's just because over the years I've had to learn to roll with it, you know, so I've always got plan A, B, and C. And I had to tell you, I really appreciate your attention to the music because I know when I sing to your music that it's going to fit what I'm doing.
Yeah, I definitely try to pick whatever our theme is, something that goes along with it and that coincides with whatever kind of play is going to be done on stage, because you want everything to flow well.
Yeah, I think music always pulls a scene together, especially when you're performing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. It's like
Absolutely.
that subconscious background
Well,
noise.
like
to
when we did
just-
that crucifixion scene.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and opening up with Enigma like that was fabulous
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Gregorian chants. You know, that was such a
Put
I
you in
still
like
have
the
people
right
talking
headspace.
about that scene or
Yeah.
All
asking
the
me about
time.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
One of the
fabulous.
most epic scenes ever.
I know Mona DeMonica, the one that works with
Uh-huh.
us, she loves the photos from that entire scene. She's commented on them and has actually asked where we got the cross from and has
I
wanted
think
to
the
do
cross
something
is still
similar.
at the dungeon somewhere.
I think it
think
is too. I think it's up top somewhere.
Yeah, I think they stuck it in the back somewhere, just in case they ever needed
So
it.
who wants to be crucified next? I haven't done one in a while.
Because they were all
Victim.
experienced.
We've all been there, done that.
Yes.
Definitely one of the more memorable scenes we've done.
Oh, but that was so sweet, though. I had so much fun with that.
Yeah, when people ask us what some of our craziest scenes are, that's one of the ones that comes to the top of my mind.
Well, I mean, bondage and knife play, two of my favorite things.
Yeah,
Absolutely, hands down.
As I say, I think the overall largeness of the cross and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I know that night we had a class come and they were learning about, it was like a sexual class or something. They were learning about BDSM. So them to come there and to walk in our scene and we're tying some girl up, and that was probably just insane for them. But
Yeah, it may have been because it was religious
A little
play,
bit much.
bondage, knife play, whips. I mean, it's a little bit of everything.
well, we like to push the edge. So
Yes,
you know.
we do. Is there a question, Mel?
Yeah, there's some chat in the chat room. Haven said that Cat Crash has just gotten there to play poker, and she
Hello.
asked to say Tetra that she loves your new ink. It's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Art Miller wants to know if Quarantino is coming to the event.
I wish.
Maybe you
I
should
hope
Twitter
so.
that out and invite him.
I actually thought about somehow trying to contact him to invite him out because I know he's very into anything to do with him or little
Yeah.
projects
to
like
support
that.
the fetish world.
But
yeah.
I never did actually send any invitation out to him.
So
Might
if
show up.
anybody's got any connections out there to
Let him
Quentin
know.
Tarantino, let him know that we are doing Tarantino Taboo this Saturday at Sanctuary, and it would be freaking awesome
we
if
have
he wants
so
to
many
come.
feet he could
I was
suck
gonna
on.
say I
So
will
many.
put him in a room and I will send a new girl to him every 10 minutes if he wants.
So many
Absolutely.
on
toes,
out.
so many beautiful toes.
Mm.
So yeah. You know, we were
Spread the
hoping
word.
he'd somehow get word of it or something. I know he's kind of kinky, but
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, but you know how rumors are. People love to,
I know.
talk about creative personalities and just automatically assume that, they live within the cobwebs of some deep oubliesque that, we can only imagine. And he probably lives in like
He's a
a
normal guy.
4-bedroom ranch
Yeah.
home in suburbia,
Eats McDonald's like the rest of us. Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, I
goes
do
to
know
church
where
on
he
Sundays.
eats and hangs out.
You do?
Yeah, it's at Thai restaurant on Sunset. What is it called? Toss, whatever it's called. Yeah,
Tao?
Towel, yeah, he hangs out.
I love Tao.
I
They
saw
were
him
real
hanging
good
out there
food.
and
They're
having.
open till 4 a.m. in the morning.
Should go hang out there. And see
Good
if
for
he's
when
there
you're partying in
tonight.
Hollywood and want food late at night.
Good to know.
Good food. Little Taurus in the chat room was talking about music. She goes Enigma, and is it Anna Mysticity or whatever it's called? I can't pronounce it. It's a long word. She says Sirius XM has a great channel called Chill. It's a perfect for scene music.
Number 53.
I guess so.
Oh,
I'm
see?
sorry, I know that.
Kitten's all up on it.
It's a good station.
Sounds like it, absolutely. So what is your favorite music to sing to?
Wow. It really, honestly, it depends what's taking place in the scene. I really think about what types of play I'm doing. Like there was one scene that Betty Bondage and I did with Kitten, and we were doing fire play, and we actually did cigarettes and burned them out on Kitten. When we did that, I chose music about fire and smoke and things like that. So I try to identify with what's going on to have something that will link in the music. If people are actually paying attention, they kind of get it. But I like rock, I like metal, as long as it's got a beat. I like more upbeat than slow. But I mean, slow's okay for the intros of my scenes, because I definitely like to do a bit of a warm-up before I lead into anything too crazy. But yeah, I take a lot of time before I compose everything together. Sometimes I'll have way more songs than needed, and I have to subtract and cut and decide what I want to pick and choose.
Oh no, I totally understand. When I go back and look at my old scene playlist, and it's amazing how many hours I put into, orchestrating this and putting just the right songs together for what I wanted to do and bring across.
Yeah.
But everybody's got their thing. Like I know when Mistress Melissa's scene, she's like Depeche Mode all the way. That's her thing. That's what drives her. But I was very much like you, where I would just, it would depend on what I was doing in the scene and the feeling and the intention I wanted to bring across.
Definitely.
I know not a lot of people in the scene like to seem to hip-hop music or rap, but back in September when we did the Anarchy is the New Black, and it was the prison-style party, we did decide to play hip-hop and rap, and we did scenes to it, and it actually turned out really well. We did mostly, club stuff that people knew and was played on the radio, but it turned out relatively well, and I wasn't sure about it, but I like to take chances.
Well, it looks like Art wants to know if you mix your own music.
I don't mix my own music. I should, though.
Yeah, I know I've done events where people have, taken my music and they basically smoothed it over for me in GarageBand and stuff so that it flowed just right and there was no gaps, and it's really cool when that's done right. But GarageBand's on my old computer.
Oh, man.
Probably didn't sound.
I know every once in a while I'll have a DJ that has fade, and he'll fade in and out of the songs perfectly. But as of right now, no, I don't mix my own music.
No, and that's a real talent. I've met people that they just totally get that. Usually I can come up with a scene, I'll come up with an artist that I like or something, but to actually get into the mixing of the music.
And picking the right spot to change it.
Yeah. And I really admire people that can do that. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's their passion and their skill. I'd like to hear what everybody out there likes to hear, what they like to hear when they're being played with or playing. Do you guys have particular bands, genres, anything you like to be played with particular?
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Mel? Do you like music with your scenes?
Yeah, I'm kind of old school. I like Enigma and stuff like that, and So I like really music that has a really interesting beat to it, bizarre beat, and something that isn't too rappy or too isn't bum 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 bum. I like something I can move into, something sensual, something that makes me want to fuck. Never mind.
Very important.
That is important, especially if that is the intent of the scene.
Which in anarchy it usually is.
Never mind. They want to know, none of your cats wants to know what Tarantino movies will you be tributing?
We will be doing Kill Bill. We will be doing Dusk Till Dawn. We will be doing Inglourious Bastards,
Nice.
Sin City, Reservoir Dogs,
Excellent.
Pulp Fiction.
Awesome.
I do believe for the main scenes, that's going to be it. We do have a Survivor Challenge, which if you've been to Anarchy, you are very aware of what that is. If you haven't, it's a contest we do at every single party. Anyone can enter at any time. It's basically a masochistic challenge. The last person standing gets to come back to Anarchy for an entire year for free, and you win a free session with me for an hour, whatever type of play you like. But we will also be doing little scenes each round. There's 3 rounds to the challenge. Each one of those rounds will depict something from a Quentin Tarantino movie. I do believe we'll be doing something from Death Proof, Jackie Brown, and one other film. So
nice. I was wondering about the Survivor Challenges, if they were going to be brought back.
We're definitely going to be bringing the Survivor Challenges back.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do the final contest. Well, I know one year you did it at DomCon.
Yeah, I do believe we'll be doing it at DomCon this year. Last year I was sick, and so we ended up not being able to follow through with that. I ended up missing all of DomCon, and I was heartbroken. But yes, this year all of the winners will be doing the All-Star Challenge.
Nice.
Is what we call
it.
it.
Is that going to include the winners from last year since you couldn't do it?
It will include the winners from last year, and basically we'll bring everybody back up on stage. Usually Mistress Tetra and I give 5 people that haven't started the challenge yet or aren't an all-star an opportunity to jump in and play with the other people. I think we usually only take 12 to 15 spots total. So depending how much space we have.
Yeah, at DomCon you'd have to limit it.
And then we have, mistresses from around the world that'll be jumping in and, playing with all of the challengers. So that's always a fun feat to win.
Did you see that? I guess Hannah Hailstorm says she likes euphoric music.
That's very interesting. What type of euphoric music? Certain bands, or what do you search for? Actually, I know Hannah Hailstorm. We've talked before. It's been a while. Misfits. Yes. I do believe my cats listen to a lot of Misfits.
Not my cats.
None of my cats. But yes, as you can see, I'm a huge Misfits fan. One of my favorite bands to listen to when I'm playing, but I usually ask whoever I'm playing with what they like, especially if we're doing a scene at my house or something at Sanctuary and we bring a radio in. I'm okay usually playing to anything but country. That's my one request. Then I feel like I'm being tortured in a scene.
It'd have to be like a role play scene to do country, like a yeehaw.
Nope. You'd have to pay me extra money.
Like there's, I don't think
I feel like my ears would be bleeding by the end.
I couldn't see country music working well in the scene. The music wouldn't flow well. I don't think. The look on your face says you might agree.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Really.
If I was going to do a scene with country music, it would have to be a scene where I needed to release a lot of anger, because country music kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of just really
doesn't
gets
belong
to me.
in the BDSM ones.
So I think if somebody needed a real ass kicking,
maybe for pony play.
Yeah,
that would be cute, actually. That would be cute.
Yeah.
Hannah, I'm right there with you. I like euphoric electronic music as well.
Oh, very nice.
I like all different types of EDM, electronic music, all of that. I think they flow really well when you're playing, especially if you do poi or anything like that, because you can just flow right into it.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, music really does a lot for us. I mean, have you ever noticed that, just the background score in commercials or movies, how it changes the mood of what you're watching?
Oh, yeah.
Now, I love science shows, and we were watching this one, and I should have loved it, but they were playing this music in the background that just was promoting anxiety. And about 15 minutes going in, I love the subject matter, but this music is giving me angst. And I had to change the channel, and it had everything to do with the music.
Yeah, one of my favorite TV shows, they did one particular episode where they didn't play any music in the background. to emphasize like the drama in that episode, and it's very effective.
Yes, it really makes a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We had a question about the contest. For the Survivor Challenge, we were asked if you need experience to compete.
Oh.
You don't need experience to compete in the challenge. Even though we do the challenge at every single party, it is always done by different mistresses, and it is always different. The challenge is never the same, so you're unable to prepare for it. It may not always be physical. It may be mental. It may be protocol. Sometimes we do Simon Says rounds. So, I mean, if you're more of a masochist, it's better because you can take the pain we're about to throw at you. But sometimes it is something that you mentally have to bring yourself to doing. So
do they need to be at a heavy level physically, mentally?
You can drop out at any time. So if the pain does become too much, I mean, there is going to be physical challenges in at least one round. But like I said, if it's something that you obviously aren't up for, you can always drop out. And of course, we're never frowned on any of the people that drop out. We love everyone that enters, and we're excited that people just compete. So
now, Aunt Miller wanted to know if Taylor Swift music is out. Well, you know, a picture of Taylor Swift, or if Taylor Swift was there, I kind of find her hot, and I'd love to strip her clothes off.
yeah,
But I don't know if I
Agreed.
would particularly enjoy singing to her music.
No, I don't.
You know, but
I
I've
even
definitely
enjoy
seen
some
right
of her
on
songs, but I don't think I'd want to hear her if I'm getting spanked.
No.
It's not really the right mood.
might be a
No,
little
it's
too
not.
poppy.
Yeah, you know, now if I was doing, sissifying somebody or something like
That might
that,
work
it might be
great.
good for
Oh,
that.
Like
actually,
Katy
right.
Perry's and Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah,
Great.
there you go. Yeah, definitely dress them up. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what she's
I'm
typing.
not sure what that question was about either.
Maybe it's a group called GOT. I don't know.
G-O-T?
G-O-T.
Goth?
GOT?
Maybe
Goth?
he was trying to say goth music?
Maybe.
Possibly.
Or
Yeah.
goat music? Is it some kind of satanic music?
Maybe he's
Or
from
Mistress
yodeling,
Chaos.
I don't know.
Mistress Chaos is into that. too.
maybe he's from Albania. Goats.
Yes.
But I agree. If you're trying to say goth music always goes well with scenes.
That's
Yeah.
true, it does.
Yeah.
It does, absolutely. You know, you'd be surprised what you can sing to. You'd be surprised that I've done the Frank Sinatra. I did it my way.
I agree. I love Zombie Nation.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. I've done scenes to their music before, definitely.
Nice. Absolutely. I love everybody's choices for music and stuff, you know, and I find people do like to pick something that is sort of dark. You know, like if it's classical, they might lean towards Wagner or something that's really
Yeah.
you
Very
know,
intense.
very intense,
Very emotional.
something that provokes strong emotion.
Yeah.
Goes with the
definitely.
scene that way. The environment, the dark lighting.
Draws you into the right
Yeah.
headspace.
Yeah. Totally. That's what you want. You want something that's going to put you in the right headspace. So
I've always been an audiophile, so like sounds like just draw you right into the right subspace. It really
They
makes
do.
such a big difference, even if you're not thinking.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Any more questions in the chat room, Mel?
No, I mean, Art Miller said Games of Thrones. Maybe the music from Games of Thrones.
Game
Is
of Thrones
does it
music,
have its
yeah,
own?
That's what he meant.
got you.
Game of
Got
Thrones
you.
music.
Oh, Games of Thrones. Never
That's what
mind.
he meant.
Oh, that's true.
Thank you for clearing that up for us.
Got it.
Well, it's Art Miller. Art Miller.
Game of Thrones, we will definitely
Their
be using
soundtrack
music,
is
yeah,
great,
from
yeah.
their soundtrack.
Excellent.
It's very
Um,
instrumental and old-fashioned. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
great.
one that was instrumental that worked out really well for a scene, when we did the October party, and it was, not even sure, we were doing villains and serial killers and whatnot, and I know
Yeah.
we did a scene from Dexter, and the opening music, it's just, there's no words or anything, it's very soft even, but ever since we did that scene, it was Betty and I on stage with one of our friends, Red Hot, And every time I watch that show now or I hear it, it totally takes me back to the scene.
Awesome.
And it was just dark enough that like it went so perfectly with everything that we did.
Nice.
So sometimes instrumental, I don't normally like instrumental, but that was one of the scenes it worked perfect for.
No, I've done scenes to instrumental, and it gives you a chance to just totally emote in a different way, and people don't get caught up in the words. They actually get more into what you're doing.
Yeah.
And also I find it brings out an emotion in your movement that you wouldn't get otherwise. Was there a question in the chat room, Mel?
Yeah, there was. Art wants to know, is there other sensorial aspects to the show? You know, like smoke or lighting, incense, candles, anything that, you know. And
We do have lighting on stage that changes, and in each of the playrooms there is adjustable lightings in certain areas with little dials. So I mean, if you're looking to do a play scene on your own, you can adjust your lighting. The lighting for the stage will change depending upon the performer and their performance. Occasionally we will have smoke machines, bubble machines, and whatnot at Anarchy, but along this party we will not be having smoke or bubbles or anything to those effects.
Have a splash
Lasers.
zone.
We do have a splash though,
That's a
if you
totally
sit too
different
close to
story.
the stage, but yeah, that's only for forced orgasm victims.
Or if Lovely's doing a dance with wine.
Well,
Yeah.
you never
Or
know.
if there's oil wrestling.
Was there another
There's lots of-
question, Mel?
yeah, none of your cats wants to know what is the hardest thing about doing your parties.
Probably getting people to sign up for memberships, because a lot of times I'll have people show up at the events and they either have already purchased a ticket or are prepared to purchase a ticket, but they don't have a membership. So basically spreading the word and spreading the word to get the membership is my hardest feat. But in all honesty, I'm very proud of what I do as far as promotion. Kitten helps me promote. Jordan helps me promote. He's like my right-hand businessman. And because I have such a good little street team and people working with me, it makes my job doing that a lot easier. And I'm blessed to have people like that in my life.
Yeah, you have one of the best run events down there. It's amazing. You definitely have it down to a science.
And I think just doing it for the length of time that I have, like, because it's been going on 3 years now, so I mean that's pretty good. I know parties fizzle out every once in a while after a year or so, but I think just having such a good group of people to work with, and I'm at Sanctuary all the time, so I mean people know me very well, and you know I'm always interested in taking people who are new to the scene and putting them, you know, either in service or putting them in a performance. So I think my connection to the community definitely helps my presence at my parties.
Oh, it absolutely does. And you're not pigeonholed into like one particular thing like some of the things that some of the parties are.
Yeah.
Where they really only appeal to one very small
niche
section
group,
of the kink community.
Agreed.
Where what you have to offer is well, it definitely pushes the edge for one thing.
A little
It's
bit of
exciting.
everything
It's
for
got a little
everyone.
bit of everything. And so many people, you know, for them, a kink has a sexual edge to it. And you've kept the kink and you've kept the sexual edge, the things that really attract people to this lifestyle.
Yeah, and that's one thing I wanted to keep. If we were bringing in the sexual element, I wanted to make sure we had BDSM, we had kink. We're not doing just, you know, fun slutty shows on stage that everyone wants to watch. I wanted.
That would be fun.
As funny as that sounds,
Absolutely
I
is
definitely
fun.
want it to be an art form and have to do with everyone's passion. You know, and you know we have all of our regulars that come in and they're wonderful. And I think pulling in new people is always important, and that's one thing I do strive for, and that's, you know, like I said, with the memberships, getting the new people in. But every party I meet someone that hasn't been there before, hasn't seen it before, and that's what really makes this worthwhile, like seeing new people getting interested and wanting to be involved. So
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm always getting new people new to the lifestyle in my classes.
yeah.
And it's amazing, you know, the different venues that they find us through, you know, and the different sites and everything. And, you know, it isn't all just 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, people are coming in from all different things are, you know, having them gravitate towards this lifestyle.
Yeah. we're in the perfect spot too in Los Angeles. So I think that's really healthy for us to be right in the heart of what everyone wants.
True. Is there any more questions in the chat room, Mel?
No, they're talking. Little T says you don't need blindfolds. If you have blindfolds, you don't need lighting. That's funny. I think that's cute. Doing a whole performance.
Very true.
Yeah, I was once on one of your things, at the Girl Scout thing or whatever it was.
Yes, you were.
Oh, I looked
Girl
terrible.
Scout glory.
I looked terrible in that outfit.
You
It was like,
looked
no,
great.
you were so fantastic.
it was,
Something other than black.
Sexy
I
little
remember.
chemistry on stage, yeah.
well, rubber bands and I do well together.
Yeah.
Rubber band bondage. That was fun, different, and we had never had that done on stage at Anarchy before, so that was a treat.
Cool, and
Yeah.
thank you for asking me.
Our previous comment about the blindfold. What if we did a thing where we did blindfold the entire audience and we did audio porn?
Sensory deprivation party.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
They have those. It's for eating specifically. They turn all the lights off, and you're only allowed to eat with your like you can't see anything. You can't see your food. You have to eat with your hands, and you can only taste it, so you can experience your food and enjoy it
I kinda
more.
like that.
So if you blindfolded your entire audience at an Anarchy party, it'd be a totally different experience for
It
everyone.
would. Wouldn't that be a trip?
Interesting.
See all kinds of non-consensuality going on.
Well, that's true. That's true. But who do we blindfold? The doms or the subs? Never mind.
Good question. Good question.
Well, but what might work, a little stutter in there,
Yes.
is that you do one of the competitions with everybody on stage blindfolded, and they have to guess what's touching them.
Ooh, I like that.
I do like that.
I've
That
always
is
wanted
fun.
to do one where we've had to make them eat something. But I'm so worried about food allergies and stuff like that.
And I remember when you guys did the pepper thing. That was
That
was interesting.
that was
It was fun.
pushing the bounds a little bit.
yes.
For our party last May, we did Cinco de Fucco, and for the Survivor
Yes.
Challenge, you got a chili and it was placed in your mouth. You had to bite down so that the juices and all the spicy stuff went in your mouth, and you had to perform whatever challenges we gave you after that with it in your mouth the entire time. So.
Yes.
So for anyone who's scared to enter the Survivor Challenge, although I've won twice, I refuse to enter that one because I don't do spicy food. So that would be a hard limit almost for me. So while you can win in certain areas, there are other things that might not work out for you. So don't get disheartened and don't be discouraged.
True, very true. Question.
Little T in the chat room says, blindfold whoever you want. It's your party.
Right.
That's cute.
I'll have to think about that for the future. I'll turn that into something.
Right?
Yes.
Always send me your ideas. I take them all down.
Yes. I'll have to do a monkey party. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Pick a gag, earphones, or blindfold. You
Yes.
can pick one at the party.
Oh yeah, that should be the party
That'd
dress
be
code
fun.
requirements.
Yeah, you
See no evil, speak no evil,
I like that. I
Hear
like
no
hear
that.
no evil. And one part of your
Earplugs.
the whatever you wear has to have either eye binders, or earplugs,
Or a gag.
or gag,
You have
or
to
some sort
function
of
that
mouth
night
plug.
that way.
I like that a lot.
That's cool.
You'll see it
The
in
monkey
Anarchy.
party.
Monkey party, yes. There's a question now.
There was a question earlier that I did not get. It was from Art Miller, and he wanted to know, how do you think of your topics and your ideas of your themes for your parties?
Oh man. In all honesty, people come to me all year round and give me their ideas and their input, and a lot of times we pick a couple shows or something in pop culture that's been going really well. Like last year we did Spanking Bad. It was a spoof on Breaking Bad. We did American Horror Story last year. So we'll take things that are a really big phenomenon and just twist it with kink as far as we can stretch it. And that works really well. That actually gets people very interested, especially, the younger generation that's looking to explore kink. But a lot of times it's just stuff that I've always wanted to do, or things that are maybe close to my personal fetishes that I want to play out. A lot of the girls at the dungeon help me. I mean,
Yeah, we get some good suggestions from friends.
yeah. Sometimes it's just a silly idea, and we just talk about it so much we decide we have to make it happen.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Sometimes it starts as a total joke, and we're like, there's no way we would ever do that, but
Yeah.
how it happens. Months later, we're like, we're
Never
out of
say
ideas.
never.
We're gonna do that crazy idea, and it goes really well.
Spanking Bad totally started as a joke.
As a joke,
We joked about it for almost a month straight.
and that went so well.
And we were talking to Nick Buxom, or Switch Nikki at the dungeon,
Yes.
and she was actually Walter White with the green open shirt and the little man panties and the wig for Halloween the year before that, and had the whole costume. And I had told her, I was like, if you would be the character, you know, in the party, I would make that party happen. And she was so enthusiastic about it that we ended up putting that party together
That
full
was the
force.
funnest scene.
So
And I
Oh,
get
yeah.
more comments on that picture of me giving her the wedgie.
The wedgie. Cassie played Skyly,
Skyly.
which was Skylar from the show. But yeah, she did so good
That
and
was so great.
beat up Walter White. It was a lot of fun. And if
It
you want to
was.
check out any of the photos, you can find them on my Facebook or on my FetLife. But yeah, we always try to come up with something extra fun and something that everybody knows of and can really get into. I also like to do stuff that people can dress up to, because that's one of my most common questions when people contact me. It's what are they and aren't they allowed to do, and what should they wear? So I always try to think of something that you can dress up in theme to if you don't have anything kinky or fetishy or BDSM like to wear.
Nice. Was there another question, Mel?
Yes, there's a couple statements and a question. Heaven Star says cat Crash eats peppers all the time whole, so maybe she should compete. And they wanted to know two questions. None of your cats wants to know what are some of your favorite themes that you used in past parties. And Haven Star says Hannah Hailstorm wants to know if they have a flesh hook or at suspension show at the parties. They want to hook somebody up.
Oh.
We've never
No,
done
As
that.
I say,
done
we
that
have not
yet.
done that before. I know we can in the back room in the Hades room.
Set up fun.
The only thing that would need to be done is Mistress Cyan has to approve anyone that does
Yes.
anything that's edge play like that. But that is something that we could do.
Well, at the ritual parties, they actually had Cord come and do
Right.
some energy pulls and stuff with flesh hooks.
Right.
You know, but yeah, they totally, they had like safety meetings ahead of time
Yeah.
because there's blood involved and,
As
you know.
long as you pre-plan it and get the permission beforehand, that is something that can be done, definitely. And if you're interested in having it happen, yeah, send me a message and I'll see what I can do. To go back to the other question, favorite parties and or themes, my favorite party by far was the Purge party. We did that in July, and it was just amazing. From everything from the turnout to the performances to the outfits. I couldn't have enjoyed that one more, and you will definitely be seeing a Purge Party 2 in the future. I wanted to do one this year for 2015, but the next Purge movie doesn't come out to 2016. So I think I'm going to wait and do it the month that it comes out or closer to the movie date. And I've already set all of my party dates and themes for 2015, so
amazing.
You're stuck with what I got.
That's quite all right.
My
We
favorite
never
party
can
was
have
still the oil wrestling.
There was another question, Mel?
Yes, Haven Star says I would definitely be down for the flesh hook suspension. They should do that. And she says, have they had a splashing event?
What did we do?
Not a splashing event, but many splashing scenes.
I was gonna say, yeah, I did a splashing
Victoria
scene
with me.
not too long ago with one girl, and we actually did Jello.
Nice.
It was the Cinco de Fucco party
Yeah,
too.
Cinco de Fucco. And that was a lot of fun. We used the fuck saw, and we had little Spanish Jellos, so they were layered and colored beautifully with red, white, and green. I have thought about doing more splashing at parties. The only thing is I have to prepare everywhere for cleanup.
Messy.
Yeah, so
Yes.
since it's messy, it would...
Yeah, that's why I stopped doing the Jello wrestling.
Yeah,
The
I
don't
cleanup
blame
was
you.
just way,
The oil
way
wrestling
too
was
much.
the same way.
Yeah, the oil wrestling was
Spanking? Okay, is that a question or a statement?
It's a good word. It's a trigger word for me. Thank you.
Yes. Which paddle were we going to spank Miss Cassie with?
That's what we're reminding everybody.
Did we
about.
ever get a vote?
Thanks, Rev Mel.
Was it this one?
You know I love you. They Sir Charles.
Oh, well, Sir Charles, of course he's going to say that one. That's the one he came up with. I suppose.
No,
I can give her
Art
a
Miller
slot with
said.
one and Cassie can do the other.
Art Miller said Sir Charles, and then they said both.
Oh,
Just a couple waxes. We could just take the show out with that.
but of course.
We could. But before we do that, my guest for next week is Mark Hankins Jr. Very interesting man from San Francisco. Just got his nonprofit for an organization they do up there called PAWS.
What's that for?
It's for service pups. But it's not service dogs. It's for people that are into pet play and stuff that actually do service for the community.
That's amazing.
That's really
And they don't just only allow people into puppy play to do it. They have a whole bunch of kinky people that volunteer for this organization and do service work and provide things for people that need it in the community. I think it is it's the greatest thing.
That's awesome.
PAWS, P-A-W-S?
P-A-W-Z.
Oh, okay. Glad I asked.
Yes, and when I put the announcement out, I'll have his website and everything up there so people can go check it out. But I was really excited when I started reading about how the San Francisco kink community is giving back.
That's
with
really
puppy
cool.
play. Oh my God, service pups! I love it.
Very cool.
Makes sense with Lillian Hunt out there.
Yeah. Is there another question or anything now, or should we finish this with a lovely spanking?
We can finish with the spanking, but also as a reminder, we have the 12th anniversary of TSR Network is going to be on March 8th at the Lear Assad. It's basically a small little fundraiser. We're not going to do any auctions or anything like that. It's just $15 to get in the door if you buy it at the door. If you want to buy pre-tickets, you can go to Eventbrite and buy free tickets for $10 instead of $15. We're keeping the price down low because this is a private play party for people that have been hosts, people that have been guests, people that have enjoyed watching the shows, people that are curious about TSR Network, but it is to raise funds to keep TSR Network free. So if you cannot attend, please go on to Eventbrite. There's a link on TSR Network in the news area, and donate to TSR Network. We really appreciate it, and it will keep TSR going strong for a long time. But it's March 8th, so it's the fundraiser, and we'll all be there.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That is wonderful.
So tell everybody, spanking time.
But Mistress Tetra, were there any websites or anything that people should check to figure out how to get to Tarantino Taboo?
You can always here, I'll squat down. You can always check out the Sanctuary website under Club Anarchy, under events. You can find out what we have going on. But if you want to check out my stuff personally and all the details for the parties, go to clubtempt.lax.com. That's clubtemptlax.com.
Nice.
All right. Woo.
Thank you.
Oh, she's such a good girl.
Yes, she is.
Of
Yeah,
course.
Cassie can give her some spankings.
All right. You have to balance it out.
Exactly.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
important. And if you like the paddles and you want to purchase one or see where they're made, Professor Spank on Fat Life and Sir Charles as well. Sir Charles and Naughty Boom Boom do videos. Check out all their spanking stuff.
That
Thank
was
you.
lovely. Oh, this is just so much fun. Oh,
She's got a nice little ass to
she
spank.
does. Should we give her a double-handed bare
Sure.
hand?
Ready?
Good night, everybody.
Weren't you lucky? You got your favorite right there at the end. That was wonderful.
Yay.
You want me to untie you?